The girl stares across the canyon in disbelief. Her boyfriend is actually aiming a rocket launcher at her. He even cruelly pulls the trigger, the rocket flying straight toward her.
Oh my.
Only then does she notice a rope tied to the tail. She instantly understands and rushes down to help. She quickly secures the rope tightly to a tree. When she returns to the tower, just as expected, he's trying to come over for a chat. This is exactly what she's been longing for, not just for love. To prepare for this, Levi carefully dresses up and even picks a bouquet of flowers as a gift. Then, without hesitation, he charges toward the other side. Even a bottomless canyon below can't stop his pursuit of love and his determination to uncover the truth. When he slides across, Dresa has already been waiting for him. Though they've never been face to face before, only separated by a canyon hundreds of meters wide, sharing their thoughts with cardboard signs. Two people with the same experiences and the same predicament feel an instant, unexplainable closeness. The moment they meet, both are guardians of the canyon, yet they serve two different countries. Their superiors strictly forbid communication, but there are far too many questions to be answered. Before their missions, they were drugged, and even now they don't know where they really are. They have no idea how many secrets this fog-covered canyon still hides. Besides the monsters they encountered before, even more frightening, the previous guardian was executed. Right after completing his mission, they share everything they know and confess their love for each other. But happy times never last long. They agree to explore the canyon floor together next time, to uncover the truth. Unbeknownst to them, that day comes quickly. Halfway across, an explosion suddenly erupts ahead. A suspended mine is triggered by a monster, and the shrapnel just happens to hit the rope.
No!
Levi plunges rapidly toward the canyon below.
Levi!
Seeing this, the girl immediately turns around, runs to the equipment room, grabs her weapons and parachute pack, and without a second thought, jumps straight into the canyon. Luckily, the chute opens successfully, but she accidentally lands in the river. The parachute gets snagged on rocks. Fortunately, she's professionally trained, and quickly frees herself, then grabs onto a tree root. Levi, on the other hand, isn't so lucky. He's left hanging upside down from a tree. When he wakes up, monsters are already closing in. At the critical moment, he immediately draws his gun and fires. Dresa is startled awake as well. While Levi drives the monsters back, he also shoots through the parachute lines and slams heavily into the ground. Worse still, there's an unknown sticky substance beneath him, gluing him firmly in place. Sharp teeth even grow out around him, closing in from all sides. At this point, the Special Forces soldier can only wait for death in despair. Suddenly, two gunshots ring out. Dresa has found him. The attacking teeth gradually retreat, and Levi is saved. But as they head deeper into the canyon, they discover many old buildings. It's clear that large numbers of people once lived here. Inside a church, they find a large number of dried corpses. After examining them, Levi discovers they died from cyanide poisoning, and it's obvious they committed suicide. So the two decide to uncover the truth. Their efforts finally pay off. Inside one building, they find a large amount of experimental equipment. Then, beneath the hand of one corpse, they find a videotape labeled, "May God forgive us." At the same time, Dresa powers up the backup generator. They play the tape and learn that this place was a bioweapons research base. During World War II, an 8.1 magnitude earthquake caused chemical leaks, contaminating the entire canyon. Human and animal DNA fused together, mutating into new species. To avoid infection, they must find a way out as soon as possible. Levi decides to start with the lab computers. Unbeknownst to them, they uncover an even bigger secret, and nearly lose their lives because of it. The computer shows the experiments are still ongoing. The military is still using drones to collect hybrid DNA samples for researching super soldiers. Only then do Levi and Dresa realize they aren't really guarding the canyon, but helping certain people protect a secret. As Levi continues searching, he discovers a self-destruct program called Stray Dog. The files show that once the canyon is exposed, the self-destruct will activate, affecting a radius of 4.2 kilometers. This discovery gives Levi an escape plan and points the way forward. They then head to the missile silo, the only path back to the surface. But the mutated creatures here are even more active. All kinds of half-human monsters stir, accompanied by chilling hisses. They're extremely aggressive toward humans, and in the end, they have to use incendiary grenades to escape. When they climb out of the silo and reach the surface, they happen to find an old jeep. This type of vehicle has a powerful winch, perfect for climbing the canyon walls. But just as they reach the cliff face, monsters chase after them again. Luckily, there aren't many of them. They're quickly driven back, and the climb isn't delayed. Half an hour later, they finally make it back to their posts. They agree on a 5-day observation period. If they show no signs of infection, they'll escape on the 6th day. Unexpectedly, the very next day their superiors arrive, asking who accessed the drone computer system. Levi flatly denies it, but the officer concludes it's either him or someone from the East Tower, and orders it dealt with immediately. Levi can only verbally agree. What he doesn't know is, the officer is watching surveillance footage of them using the computer, and then issues a kill order, unaware that disaster is imminent. The two of them plant explosives on the satellite jamming system. While flirting with each other, the girl even writes the cheesiest love lines. On a cardboard sign. Suddenly, a loud rumble echoes. Levi looks through the binoculars and sees the officer.
Run!
They have to escape beyond the 4.2-kilometer blast zone first. When the officer reaches their post and finds no one there, he directly deploys drones to hunt them down, spraying gunfire wildly into the forest. Levi is even knocked over by falling trees blasted apart. Luckily, he reacts fast, draws his gun, and fires back, barely escaping. In the end, they cleverly use the trees as cover and shoot down all the drones. Then the two rush to the mountaintop. Each of them targets one satellite jamming system, because the only way to destroy the canyon is to expose it, so the stray dog self-destruct program can activate. Levi fires first. Seconds later, the target explodes. Dresa isn't to be outdone and hits her target with a single shot as well. At that moment, the explosives they planted earlier detonate too. The jamming systems explode one after another. The officer just realizes something is wrong when alarms blare through the canyon. The self-destruct sequence is successfully activated. Everyone has 2 minutes to run for their lives. As the officer's helicopter is still hovering over the canyon, a blinding flash erupts, quickly forming a mushroom cloud. In the blink of an eye, it swallows the entire canyon. Everything around is obliterated. The helicopter doesn't escape either, and is destroyed in the blast. Because of his injured leg, Levi fails to outrun the shockwave and falls off the cliff, his fate unknown. Only Dresa survives. She waits in their promised cave for a full 5 days, but he never comes. In the days that follow, she cries every day. 6 months later, she opens a restaurant on the small island they once agreed on. But when she turns around, after serving a customer, she sees an unbelievable figure. He's holding a piece of paper, applying for a job. Dresa doesn't know whether to laugh or cry. The man made it back alive, but half of the newly opened restaurant is gone. She's even gone from boss to boss's wife. So from now on, who's supposed to listen to whom?